This episode is brought to you by Fiat. A remix just hits different. The 2024 Fiat 500e is no exception. Cruise city streets in style with an all-electric ride that's fully equipped with an available premium JBL audio system. Explore the all-new 2024 Fiat 500e at fiat.com. Fiat is a registered trademark of FCA Group Marketing SPA, used under license by FCA US LLC.
Welcome to the Flash Finds podcast, the world's fastest podcast where we explore how Facebook can help you with the stuff you're into. I'm your host, Emma Rogue, and today I'm with creator and chef Chris Cho. Chris, what do people get out of your reels?
So people are super intimidated when they want to first try cooking Korean food, but through Facebook Reels, I make it super fun and easy and accessible within a 30 to 60 second video.
Reels is the cheat code. Thanks, Chris. See you next time on the Flash Finds podcast, all about discovering the stuff on Facebook you care about. Bye.
Why is it that with sparkling water, I'm always playing guessing games with what flavor I'm drinking? Is it citrus? Is it aluminum can flavored? Not sure. Sparkling ice, though, they really mean flavor. Like in-your-face flavor. Orange mango, black raspberry. Don't even get me started on the strawberry lemonade. Kiwi strawberry slid right into my taste buds DMs last night and let them know who's boss. No subtleties there, and no sugar either. But it does have vitamins and antioxidants. Find sparkling ice at a major grocery store or club retailer near you. Sparkling ice. Anything but subtle.
Truth Production. This program contains subject matter and language that may be disturbing to some viewers. Viewer discretion is advised.
Real news, it's not fake news.
Dance along the line.
Am I allowed to say that? Oh, I'm not listening. Anyway, guys. So yeah, we're ready. 1 second.
The left are liars. Stop the fucking bullshit.
Bye. Go home to mommy.
None or a group. It only takes one person to fight for freedom.
Savage
Alrighty, guys. Welcome to the show. Welcome. This is Savage Unfiltered Podcast, guys. I hope you enjoyed the show. I really do, because we've been delivering some amazing episodes, both on X with our Savage Underground live stream, as well as our Rumble feeds on Rumble. And then also to our audio. A lot of people enjoy the audio, so, like I joke around sometimes. It's like mayonnaise. You can put it on anything, So, check us out anywhere you hear a podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Apple Music, Buzzsprout. I mean, I'm just giving a few. The list is up to like 60 right now for our audio, and it's constantly growing. So thank you very much. Also want to thank a really, really awesome company for being a loyal sponsor here on the show, Blackout Coffee. That's right, guys. Head over to blackoutcoffee.com, which is endorsed by many of the greats here in the industry. The legendary Dan Bongino here in Florida, as well as Don Jr. With his show Triggered. So many great personalities. The Hodge twins, big endorsement coming out of them, as well as us too, Savage Unfiltered, giving that endorsement to Blackout Coffee. If you head over there, guys, you use the promo code SAVAGED, you're going to get an exclusive deal on us for trying out their coffee, which they have tremendous amounts of great products there on their website. Brutal Awakening, their 2A Guns and Gadgets blend. So many great products there on blackoutcoffee.com. Tell them you heard it on Savage Unfiltered, and they're really going to get some smiles when you say that. And don't forget to hit that promo code for your exclusive 15% off your entire order with promo code SAVAGED. Check it out today, guys. I think you're highly going to be impressed by their products. But yeah, Joseph, what the hell is up, man?
Yeah. Too much, actually, right? A whole lot of stuff going on. It's busier than a one-legged man in an ass-kicking contest, as they say.
Hey.
And yeah, Blackout
better be the
Coffee,
one man than no man, right?
Yeah, yeah, and of course, savageunfiltered.com. Check out the Savage brands of coffee. Has mine dropped yet?
Yeah. Thank you, Joseph, for bringing that in. I almost forgot to pitch my own coffee, guys. Yeah, if you head over to our brand there, which is an exclusive coffee brand here to the show. It's part of our Savage Army products. We actually have a couple of brands that are on that website, savagearmy.com. The Cousin Sauce brand, which is the what the hell is God, I'm fucking everything up today. Good grief, man. This is what happens when you talk. Oh yeah. The organic hemp brand. There we go. Thank you very much, Shake. It's one of those days. Usually every day is one of those days with me, because I don't know when to stop talking. I need to put periods and commas after my sentences. But yeah, the Cousin Sauce organic hemp blend is on that, as well as the Savage Unfiltered coffee, as well as Joseph's coffee. You want to tell them a little bit about that? Your brand is going to be dropping any day now. I think it's scheduled to drop next Friday. Yeah, next Friday. Shaky telling me, yeah, next Friday. Did you want to tell them a little bit about that?
Yeah, decaf, because you don't want to be like me, hyper.
Yeah, I'm too hyper. I think I had like 4 cups of coffee this morning, to be honest with you, Joe.
But anyway, we better get to our guest before we put her to sleep.
Without
product humping.
Yeah. Without further ado, guys, this is Brooke from X, also known as Buckeye Bettie. You can find her all over the place, all over the X platform. She's in so many wonderful different types of X spaces, and we're gonna get to know a little bit about Brooke and see what she's about. Welcome to the show, Brooke.
Hello. How are you guys?
Yeah, well,
doing phenomenal.
First off, since I am JokeMan Joe on the show and can't resist the bad pun, I gotta ask: are you a babbling Brooke?
Absolutely. And I'm 4 coffees in too.
There you go.
Was that a Michigan thing? Did I just see a Michigan sign?
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
We hate Buckeyes. We're U of M Wolverines. We hate the Buckeyes of Ohio.
Oh, God, Joe.
But you're California. You're West Coast. Where are you?
No, I'm Ohio.
Ohio. She was Ohio. Joseph, I was trying to pitch the Californian, but bad Savage. Okay, yeah.
Get her off. Get her off. No, I'm leaving. All in good fun.
We could be friends for a while.
What the hell is wrong with me? I see at Buckeye Bettie, so I should have threw the 1 and 1 together equals Buckeyes with Ohio.
You thought she was Pacific time, which certainly wouldn't be Ohio.
I don't know what the hell's going on with me today. I thought it was Pacific. What the hell's wrong? I'm getting my time wrong. I'm getting my pitches wrong.
You pulled a sauce. You did a sauce.
Man.
You're confusing your time zones now.
Yeah. So,
anyway.
So tell who Brooke is here, because I see you all over X. I know you're a big advocate, on these X spaces.
Yeah, no, I support men's rights. I basically I explore ideas in paternal rights and sexual and mental and physical assault against domestic partners, and then I also do a lot of work with a lot of other people, a lot of great people, delving deep into gynocentrism, non-feminist ideologies, things of that nature.
I'm glad you put that spousal abuse, because I'm going to make it a metaphor, an analogy. It's like people blaming Israel for striking back at terrorists. It happens to females at times are the aggressor and aggressive and beat on their men. But all of a sudden, if the man snaps and knocks her
Come
out.
on,
And
man.
Tom McDonald's got a song, a Canadian rapper, called Hitting a Woman. I recommend people listen to that. But if the female is aggressive all the time, but he hits her, then all of a sudden, spousal abuse. It goes both ways, people.
Have you heard about this Samsung flip phone or whatever? Apparently, you only have to look at it once, and then it gets like stuck inside your mind or something. And the only way to stop it is to switch.
That's like the dumbest thing I've ever heard. There's no way I'd ever switch to Leave. Now.
Hey, it's my favorite jacket!
Keep moving. They're everywhere. No.
Hey guys, what's going on? Something wrong?
It's great for group shots.
It's great for group shots.
Cindy, no! Guys, we got Cindy. Let's go.
I can't see anything.
Run! We need to get out of here.
I didn't see anything.
No!
Seriously, what's wrong?
Go!
Should I call for help?
Got one. Go!
And then it gets like stuck inside your mind or something.
Derek? No.
Is that the new one?
With Spotify Ad Studio, you can reach millions of listeners wherever they listen, including podcasts. Our self-serve platform gives you speed, flexibility, and control to help you find your audience. Simply name your campaign and your ad set, then select podcast ads. Choose your industry to prevent your ads playing next to your competitor, and even exclude sensitive topics for more control on where your ad is heard. Focus your ad targeting to episode topics relevant to your brand and customer. Then input your dates for the length of the campaign, set your desired budget, and target your audience based on location, age, and gender. While creating your ad, keep an eye on the estimated results. This is based on the targeting and budget you choose. Nice. No creative? No problem. Leave it to our professional production service to do the heavy lifting. The Spotify creative team can write the script, record the VO, and produce your ad at no additional cost. We'll ask you a few questions along the way to make sure the ad sounds like your brand. Finally, preview your podcast ad and share it with your team. For ads served on Spotify, you can display a companion banner and clickable call to action too. Then, hit publish. With episode downloads for ads served off Spotify and a variety of listener metrics for ads served on Spotify, you can track your performance as your ad runs. Reach your audience where they already are. Create podcast ads today with Spotify Ad Studio.
Savaged, unfiltered. I am against spousal or girlfriend, boyfriend abuse, regardless of the aggressor. I'm not sexist in this. I'm equal in this. You too, Brooke?
Yeah, I'm equal. Yeah, I just noticed that men don't get as much support. There's only 2 domestic violence shelters in the United States for men. One of them's in Tennessee. I'm not sure where the other one is. But so basically, like you're saying, if the cops are called and he did defend himself, more than likely 9 times out of 10, we don't hear about this in the public, but 9 times out of 10, the man is arrested for spousal abuse instead of the woman, even though she might have been the aggressor. Because laws, even with paternal laws, those are more geared towards women. Most of us live in mother states. So basically, so with the domestic shelters, going back to that, there only being 2. So if a man is fleeing his home because of an abusive wife, and has children, he has to take his children and himself to a homeless shelter instead of like a domestic abuse shelter like women are provided, like sometimes with apartments and things of that nature, to keep their children safe and separated from the rest of the public.
And to the leftist loons out there, where's the equity? Where's the equality in that? You're always talking about equity. Where the fuck is the equity there? Right?
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. And, Brooke, since, talking to you, through a couple of X Spaces, which I happen to be in a very, very huge X Space with Brooke, and then some of the X Spaces that she had hosted through the last couple of weeks, there was an X Space that I wanted to bring up here that you covered a lot on feminism. You have a mission towards that, as where you want to try to come up with, I guess, an idea or an agenda to abolish feminism and all that. Like, what's up with that, if you don't mind me asking?
Right. Okay. So, like, a lot of us females were kind of indoctrinated into feminism early on, like with the Disney movies, and just like, even like generational things, like, your mom might say, boys are icky, stuff like that, going back to even stuff like that. So a lot of women, even in the conservative side, and I'm not trying to like make any enemies here, but even on the conservative side, they'll say that they're not feminists, probably because they're not wearing the pussy hats and they're not going out there and protesting. Right. And they're, they're typically pro-abortion, and we know that feminists are typically anti.
Hold that thought, Brooke. If I may chime in, you've heard the show before because you just mentioned the term.
Call back. Call back.
Yeah. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Yeah.
No, I have to correct myself. The conservatives are usually pro-life, and the left is usually pro-abortion. So because women think that they're on the right, that they are not feminists. But I've seen some of the biggest feminist influencers that come from the right too as well. So it's not about like again, it's not about pussy hats and sorry, I had to throw that out there again.
You're fine. We're unfiltered. By all means, be yourself. Be your patriotic self, Brooke. But go ahead.
I ran into women on the conservative side that would get angry because, like, back when January 6th happened and Donald Trump lost his seat, they were saying that, I heard a bunch of conservative women on different platforms say, calling men pussies, and they're just, because they won't go stand up and fight. I mean, what are we going to do? We saw January 6th, what happened with January 6th. I don't blame the men for not going up and, fighting. I want them to. I want everybody to fight, but I don't blame them because they're, those guys got put in jail, right? And I mean, they got arrested. So we'd all have to go in together collectively if we were going to do something like that. Is that too radical for the show? I'm sorry if it is.
No.
Hey, Brooke, something else. Let me ask somewhat rhetorically, how is it not feminist to want to protect unborn girls, right? I actually am more feminist than those who want to continue to allow to slaughter unborn girls.
That's right.
I dare say.
That's also another good point because, like, men don't have a say in the abortion, right? So, like, usually women just go and do it. They don't necessarily rely on the men. I think that also should be something in play too. Yeah. Like, men should definitely have rights to say whether or not that baby. Because I'm pro-life too. Yeah. So I think men should have rights.
That sperm came from somewhere. It's not only your choice, right? And also, I like to make this point as an analogy. I don't have a tail, but that doesn't keep me from speaking out against animal abuse either.
Well, Joseph, we also find out that, we're found out that Brooke is also, fighting to protect the man as well, too. I've heard that in some of her spaces that she had spoken about. That
consistent.
Exactly. Yes.
She
says
principles.
That damn right she has principles. She's principles over personalities.
She's not
Brooke
a hypocrite. Yeah.
I mean, she basically said, and Brooke, if I may add this, that you're also, fighting for the man as well, too, because sometimes the men are the victims in this, too, as well. Is that right?
That's right. Yeah. And I feel like laws and stuff are more geared towards women, and the men don't really get a say. And like in all of these things, even with like when you have a divorce and the child custody stuff, like most of the time, again, we live in mother states, so most of the time the mothers are just automatically getting custody, even though they might not necessarily be fit.
Right. Hey, Brooke. Hello, Clueless Nation. Hey, leftists. What about all that patriarchy nonsense? When laws actually benefit and more protect women than men, but
it don't fit their narratives, Joseph.
The patriarchy,
it don't fit their fucking narratives. Exactly what Joseph just said. It's narratives that don't fit their agenda. So of course they're not going to fucking relate to that, you know. But I mean, for God's sakes, you won't hear that from a leftist.
No,
I mean, you know.
Coca-Cola.
I would say we live more in
I mean, I could see that a little bit. You don't think so, Joseph?
You're gonna confuse.
I didn't know where you were going with that. But go ahead.
The Clueless Nation. What? What the hell's that? Look it up, morons. And also, like, we're in a mobocracy rather than a republic or meritocracy.
Well, that's the
we
same
are
stupid
a
jackass
republic.
what was attacking you, Joseph, in one of those X spaces? What was that, MAGA Mission or something, or one of those other spaces you were in? I forgot what that was. It wasn't MAGA Mission. It was something else.
MAGA Mission was, no, I don't want to say anything bad.
That was the
about
trucking
MAGA
episode. Yeah, you were doing like talking about trucking and stuff and trucking rights, but you were talking about.
This was another X space where we were talking about the speaker that somebody tried to Saul Alinsky me because I was making inconvenient facts and points.
Oh no! There's a lot of fucking battles right now on X. I mean, look at the X battles right now. Every fucking X space. I mean, constant battles. Whether it's to do with Jim Jordan, regular political views, even feminism and women's rights and men's rights and this and that. Like everybody's fucking battling over it.
Elon took it over. I'm still permaban Elon. What the fuck's up with that at J. Leonard Detroit? Why is it still?
You can take down those roadblocks now.
Speech guy, I've appealed many times.
You're a threat to somebody's view, Joseph. Apparently, right?
At J. Leonard Author is my emergency reserve backup there, mainly to promote my books. But yeah, the X spaces are definitely free speech.
Well, they are now.
The site itself, not completely, but now Elon has definitely freed them, censor-free.
They're definitely a lot more on the free speech market than they were 6, 7, 8 months ago. That's for damn sure. It's such a huge transition I'm seeing right now on X. Ever since
it's not all
X, right? Yeah.
X. Shout out to Fingers Malloy and Sarah on the Snark Factor. X.
Yeah, another great set of guys. I love those people.
Emphasize it. It's X, formerly Twitter. But I mean, it's going to be slow going. I mean, Elon can't turn everything around overnight, and he's a free market guy. He wants X to be profitable, not just a free speech zone. So I want to, even though I complain, I want to cut him some slack.
Yeah, Joseph, there's something I wanted to bring up with Brooke before we dip out. There's a certain pronoun that Brooke lives by. And what's that pronoun, Brooke? Because I love it when I see it. I want to throw that out there. What's your pronouns?
Wife/mother.
There you go.
Oh,
wife
my God! Liberal heads are exploding!
Right? You throw the I'm a wife/mother.
How dare you? You're not a real woman.
Right? That's what the left would say.
What is a woman?
Right, that's them, right? I've got a
last time I heard what a woman was is they only have two glands, right? A set of breasts and a vagina, right? That's what a woman is.
What do you want to tell me now?
God forbid you can't say that to a transgender because, no, I'm a woman too. No, sir, you have a dick. You're a man.
It's the usual double standards with the left. Whatever is convenient to say today, even if it contradicts something they said 5 minutes ago.
That's not fair.
I wrote on thelibertybeacon.com a piece believing two things at once is mental illness, because on the one hand they'll argue that you can't say what a woman is, and on the other hand they're all of a sudden talking about women and that a guy, somebody with a penis can be in women's sports. Well, you can't have it both ways, but of course the left always wants to have everything both ways.
Yeah.
So thank you, Brooke. Before I forget, thank you for all you're doing.
My pleasure. My pleasure.
And Brooke, before we dip out, I did want to bring this up. Brooke just had a space, or excuse me, going to have a space today. It's scheduled today at like 1 p.m. You're going to be sharing domestic violence experiences and recovery. Did you want to get in a little bit about that for the listeners that are, that may have missed that or, are going to see that? Like, what are you guys going to be covering? I know you're going to be covering domestic violence, but are you going to cover it on a personal level, or is this more or less going to be a space to educate the listeners a little bit?
Well, so October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month, so I've been posting a lot of most of my posts, even though I am aware that women do face this as well, but most of my posts go towards supporting men, because that's overlooked a lot, and the stats aren't always geared towards men, because men are told, from a young age to man up and take it like a man, or and they're told not to hit girls. So basically I've been trying to demonstrate to women that this is what happens to men. So the space today, I'm hoping to have a turnout of equal men and women come in and talk about their experiences, share it, and tell us how they recovered from it, or if they're still in recovery. Also, if they need help, I can provide them with assistance for that as well. So it's just basically a space for them to share and to heal. So just in the month of the domestic violence awareness.
Getting waterboarded.
It's so good.
Why is it still going on?
You can be done.
You got enjoyment out of this, didn't you?
Yeah, Brooke. Savage. Put myself on the record. I fully agree with men should not hit women. But for every rule, you have to sometimes have exceptions. And the other thing is, I'll let you all know once I move, because I'm going to be disowned by my fellow Michiganians after I'm at a Buckeye.
I just want to say that I don't necessarily commend, like, I don't actually want to say that I influence men to hit women, you know, even in self-defense. I'm more of like blocking, you know, avoidance, blocking, getting yourself out of that situation. So I just want to put it that way. So, like, because I know a lot of people have responses to what I say. I'm not saying hit her back, you know, not even that. Just, you know, deflect it, like block it and avoid, you know, and try to, you know, get yourself into a safe spot.
That is a good clarification. But again, you know, we're human. Sometimes we can snap too. It's right. Like I mentioned Tom McDonald, the Canadian rapper who lives in the U.S. now, has a song, Hitting a Woman. Please YouTube that. Look, you know, you act like a bad bitch, right? You know, if I hit you, you know how that play out in a fight and in the media thereafter. He's making that point that, you know, sometimes these women goad them into hitting them. If they snap and hit them, all of a sudden it's all him. And you're making that distinction and clarification.
Well,
don't go
Joseph.
there.
Joseph, listen to this. This is some of the toxic female behavior that we're seeing, which I love Brooke that she literally posts this on her X account, where basically some of it, I'm not going to read all of it, but some of it is, you know, gold digger. They play the victim. They use tears. You know, they provoke violence. That's high in the pyramid chart, right? Mm-hmm. And just a bitchiness. Joseph just said, you know, use the term bitchiness, right? I mean, the hardcore bitch. I mean, that's some of the toxic female behavior that we're seeing from the females. Now, don't get me wrong, guys, as we close this out, not all females are bad, but sometimes they use that toxic female behavior in order to gain attention or get ahead of the fellow man. Mm-hmm. And I think that is, you know, inappropriate, dangerous behavior on the woman. Now, men act that way too, because there are toxic men out there just as much as there are toxic females. But I mean, as we close it up, Brooke, if you have any comments on this, feel free to, you know, come on in. Why do you think we see so much toxicity coming from the female?
It's being influenced by society. With everything that we're seeing, like I said, women grow up with Disney movies and being told boys are icky or they have cooties. I mean, even stuff like that. Like, that's just kind of like developed that into the toxic femininity that we've seen. And now with them.
To be clear, Michael does have cooties.
Oh, okay.
I do. I'm a highly virus bacterial type of man. Fuck you, Joseph. You bastard, you. Anyway, yeah. Yeah, go ahead, Brooke. I think you were saying something.
Sorry.
Joseph rudely interrupted you. He does that from time to time.
Yes, I did.
Go ahead.
Well, and then with the women's empowerment movements, right? And that, like, them not needing a man to do anything. They can be independent women, like Beyonce says, right? So, I mean, it's basically like put them, you know, treat men like this. I mean, you guys are getting the bad end of the deal because, like, women are walking away from men, and men are actually in the MGTOW Red Pill movement. Men are walking away from women. That's their response. So if they're not coming back to that table together, then who's going to reproduce? What's going to happen?
Exactly. You know, Brooke making some points here on the show. I mean, literally, and you share that rare commodity of a woman. And no disrespect to my fellow women out there, but I mean to talk about these points in a fair and balanced scenario. You know, Brooke is fighting for the man, but also fighting for the woman too. Yeah, exactly. She's a rare woman out there because a lot of women today, and please, guys, I'm being open, honest about this. A lot of women will not speak this type of demeanor or this type of language, of vocabulary that Brooke is sharing here on the show. So that's very rare. Yeah, very rare.
Facts over fear, and get your facts over fear mug at savagearmy.com.
Yeah. Because that's you hear facts, you don't hear fear.
Over fear, principles, not personalities.
Yep.
All those things we keep repeating. Brooke, you epitomize them, and so glad you came on the show. And like I say, now for sure I got to move out of Michigan after talking to you.
God. Go to Ohio, where it seems to be fair and honest, right? Or Florida, for that matter, Joseph.
Well, I've got another friend, Phil Stargell, black conservative host of Abolitionist Roundtable, Saturdays on Waam 1600, Ann Arbor, Michigan. He's originally from the Buckeye State, so we're always ribbing him too about Buckeyes.
Yeah. Big hat tip to him. Brooke, I want to thank you for stopping by. And guys, if you want to hear more of Brooke on X, guys, check her out at Buckeye Bettie. She does tremendous on some of these X spaces, delivering the facts, not the bullshit. And you do, Brooke. You deliver facts on your X spaces and other spaces that Brooke does sometimes co-host with. Check her out, guys. A tremendous individual on the X platform. Brooke, thanks a lot for stopping by. Yeah.
What is your handle exactly? Because I'm looking on Twitter and put in Buckeye Bettie. I see a Becky Schultz and a Buckeye Bettie locked account. I don't see anything with Brooke in the handle. So is it Buckeye _ Bettie or?
Buckeye Bettie, but Bettie is spelled I-E.
Oh, there we go. We needed that clarification.
Yeah, we had to get the clear. Thank you, Joseph. Yeah, because sometimes when you say Buckeye Bettie, it could be spelled like 5,000 ways. So Buckeye Bettie.
I'm thinking Bettey, as in like one of the names that popped up. It's got a picture of Betty Boop. So I think Betty. I think Betty Boop. I think Betty, not Betie.
Yeah.
Or TTIE, 2 T's.
Yeah, and don't forget to hit that subscription bell too on her account. I know she has subscriptions, guys. Make sure you hit that subscribe button for some of our content on there, and check her out, guys. Like I said, a tremendous individual.
Yeah,
Brooke, thanks for stopping by today. Yeah.
Thanks for having me in OH.
That's Betty with 2 T's. Don't forget the TTs. Oh, there's a double entendre. Get that hat at savagearmy.com. There's another double entendre.
Yeah, take it easy, Brooke.
You too.
All righty. Well,
great.
Really good stuff, guys. Yeah, she's a great woman. I've gotten the opportunity to speak to her on many X spaces. And guys, like I said, guys, if you like this episode, please hit that like, hit that follow. Pound that notification bell, guys, because you're going to get up to date when our episodes launch on any platform, whether it's our audio platforms or our video platforms on Rumble and X as well as YouTube. Guys, thanks very much. Be savage, not average. Take it easy.